Rain pattered the window, each drop a tiny punch to Roman's modi-addled brain. "You're wrecked!" Skitch sat across the table and turned the vial of Caribbean Dream over in her fingers. "Hope it's been a good trip." Roman looked out through half-closed eyes. "Good enough." He forced a smile. They sat in a booth near the back of Dirk's Interplanetary drinking warm beers. Skitch spun the top off the vial. The scent of copper tickled her nose. She ran a finger around the rim of the bottle and brought the crimson liquid to her tongue. She shivered. "How do you do it?" Roman slid further down into the booth, the tabletop cropping him off under his arms. "What?" Skitch twisted the top back onto the vial and rolled it across to Roman. It bumped his chest, then stopped. He sat back up and took the vial into his hand. He let it rock back and forth in his palm. "You just get used to it, I guess." "And you need it? To do this?" He pointed a thumb at the window, and Skitch looked through the water-smeared glass at the bank across the street. "Yeah, I guess." Skitch pulled on the zipper that kept the green canvas bag on the floor next to her closed, while Roman watched out the window at the army of umbrellas passing. It took 3 tugs on the zipper before the bag opened. Skitch reached a hand in and pulled out a small trigger device. She slid it across the table to Roman, and he sat up straighter. Skitch looked out the window and waited. She heard Roman count down from 3 under his breath. There was a moment after he got to 1 when he hesitated. It was brief, but it was there. Then she heard the click of the button depressing. There was another moment of silence, and Skitch drew in a quick breath. Then, destruction. Glass and brick and stone and mortar blew out into the street. The gases from the explosion soon followed, and fire came right after that, destroying everything in front of the bank. Pedestrians lay on the ground, many injured, some dead. Fine dust filled the air and quickly settled onto the street and everything that laid there. Umbrellas caught in the swirling breeze fluttered down. Roman watched it all, pasted to the glass of the rain-slicked window. A small grin grew bigger. "Well?" Skitch asked. "This was a good one." "Good?" "Look at them." Roman pointed to the crowd below, people rushing in to help. "They don't know what to do. It's all chaos." "Not forever," Skitch said. "No, but for now." And that was the point. One Skitch didn't understand. Chaos for the sake of chaos. Sowing without reaping. There was so much going on. So many ways her brother and his friends could use their abilities. And these were abilities. She had to admit that. He had a mind for the technical, and he was using it for this kind of stuff. Kiddie play when the cause could use real soldiers. "You about done gawking? We should get out of here." "Yeah, one more thing." Roman watched as more of the crowd began to organize. People, like always, were starting to step in and control the scene. The injured were beginning to be cared for. The less lucky, too. Roman leaned back from the window. He opened his mouth wide and blew hot breath onto the glass, leaving behind a loose layer of condensation. He took 2 fingers and drew a loopy J. Then he dug into a pocket for a card. On one side, a similar J. On the other side, just 2 words. Constructo Destructo. He flipped the card over in his fingers, then dropped it onto the table. He nodded his head, then looked to Skitch. "Let's get out of here."